name is Nadia. I'm the creator of the Abundance Archetypes, a podcaster and a new thought author living in Hawaii. And I felt really called today to talk to you, to those of you who, in particular, have already started a business, because I'm feeling this really strong call for those of you who have started a business to share this message that it's really time for you to go from startup, soul startup, as I like to say, even like a soul hustle, but more of a startup. You've already created the business, you already have the vision, but maybe it's kind of coasting along. It's not really going the way that you sort of envisioned. And it's time to really reignite that vision to help you really move it into a soul business empire, to really go global. And I felt really called myself to do this. When I started in the coaching space, mentorship space, uh, I was really more in the kind of the idea stage with helping people bring their ideas to life. And it was really beautiful. And I love that. And I still love to do that work. But as time went on, I started to feel this call to go bigger within the work that I was doing. And something that really helped me to really sink this in was I started to notice this really clear pattern within female entrepreneurs. And I saw it within myself, and then I started to see it within my clients. Because, like I said, when I first started, it was more, I was working with people in the idea stage. But then I started to have people come to me who had already started businesses, but they were maybe thinking about quitting. They were maybe thinking about stopping what they were doing because it wasn't quite taking off. And that really, really put a call within me to go bigger so I could show other female entrepreneurs, especially soulfulpreneurs, heart-centered entrepreneurs, what was possible. And so I started to notice these really clear patterns. And spoiler alert, I discovered these abundance archetypes. And one of them in particular was probably 80%. I would say 90% of the women that I would come across had this as their main archetype, their main abundance archetype. There are five. And this archetype is the wealthy leader. And I kept seeing it again and again and again. And this is not my main archetype, even though it is within. So essentially, you have your main archetype. There can be one or two kind of sub archetypes. So my main archetype is not the wealthy leader, but it is within my makeup. But I'm telling you that the majority of the women that I've worked with over the last couple of years, these patterns I've started to see, their main archetype is the wealthy leader. And so it just became really clear to me and evident to me that we need more leaders, divine feminine leaders. We need more people to really transition from that kind of idea dreamy stage or that startup phase, that soul startup phase, as I like to say, into more of the global empire, the global soul business empire. There's a car driving by. So if that is you, then you found this video for a reason because you were part of this call to really make that transition and to really move into more of the wealthy leader or taking your business more globally. And so, with the wealthy leader, what I'm seeing, and let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you, if this is something that you've experienced, it's you are finding yourself being a leader in other ways in your life, not necessarily with your work, with your business, but maybe with your family or with other people, other relationships that you have in your life where people kind of come to you to be the leader, to be the innovator, to be the guide, to be the person that is kind of rising up and is meant to rise them up too. And because you're spending so much energy being more of a leader within your everyday life, and again, there's nothing wrong with this, but because you're doing that, it's almost like you're transitioning that focus through what should be going with your business for a lot of you, the ones of you that feel called to create that business, into these other avenues. And again, there's nothing wrong with that if that's really what you feel called to do. But what I'm seeing for a lot of you who are the wealthy leader, you're not necessarily feeling called to kind of lift up all these people within your life. You're really feeling called to do this with a more of a business and be a leader, a CEO within your business, but you're not actually doing that because your attention is being kind of going in all these different directions. It's almost like this river that's supposed to flow this way and go up, but it's kind of going down this way. It's expanding out. And so if this is you, I would invite you to take the Wealthy Workshop. I'm going to have it linked in the description to really connect into if this is your main archetype or what are one of the 5 archetypes are your main archetypes. Because even if the wealthy leader maybe isn't your main one, it might be a sub one like it is for me. You really want to connect into the abundance archetypes and which one is your main one because it really helps you to be able to lead your business in a way that makes sense to you. So the whole point of the abundance archetypes is to really help you connect into the best way for you to create your business based on your archetype, the best way for you to make money, the best way for you to really lead with your strengths. Because a lot of us as spiritual entrepreneurs, soulfulpreneurs, we are working against our strengths because there's just so many different ways to do things within business that we feel like we need to try this strategy over here, that strategy over there. And really, you need to just connect back into yourself. And I'm really feeling called to do a little bit of light language for you to help you really activate this, to really help you activate your soul business empire, to help you really transition from that startup into that empire. Breathing in. Really let that really sink in and kind of take over you to really connect into that transition because I know it can feel like a lot. It can feel like a lot when you've been just working your business and not that anything's wrong with it. I don't want you to think that you're doing anything wrong. You're not, because the fact that you even started this business that was really on your heart, really what your soul was calling you to do is amazing. A lot of people wouldn't even do that. But now it's time to really go bigger. That's what I'm really hearing. It's time to go bigger. A lot of you are thinking about your business as a small business, a small startup. And we have to think of it as, I know big business has a lot of negative connotations. It's not even a big business, it's an abundant business. An abundant global empire is what I'm hearing. That's what you're supposed to be really transitioning into if you are here, if you found this message. And so I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below where you are right now within your business. Let me know if this helped you. Just setting the tone a little bit there to help you feel empowered to step forward in what you really truly feel called to do. And like I said before, take the Wealthy Workshop, see which of the abundance archetypes resonate with you. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to be continuing to create videos like this to help you along your journey to taking what you've created and just bringing it into a bigger scale, into a global scale, because we need more heart-centered entrepreneurs, soulfulpreneurs in the world. There's a lot of us, but we're not really doing what we're meant to be doing on the scale that we're meant to be doing it. We're kind of doing it here on the side, and that's been great to get us started, but it's it's almost like, I don't want to say it's not enough because it's been amazing, but it's just time to go to that next phase. We're just in that place, and it's just time. That's what I'm hearing. It's just time. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Like I said, comment down below, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video.